Acts chapter 22, verses 1 to 30. This is Paul speaking. My dear friends and fellow believers, please listen to my story. I want to tell you how God changed my life by His amazing grace. I know some of you may not like what I have to say, but I hope you will hear me out. I was born a Jew in the city of Tarsus, a place of culture and learning. I grew up in Jerusalem under the tutelage of Gamaliel, one of the most respected rabbis of our time. I was trained in the law of Moses and the traditions of our ancestors. I was passionate for God and His glory. I was zealous for His honor and His name. But I was also blind to the truth that God had revealed in Jesus Christ, blind to the love that He had shown us on the cross, blind to the power that He had displayed in the resurrection. I was so blind that I hated those who followed Jesus. I hated them with a holy rage. I hated them so much that I wanted to wipe them out from the face of the earth. I hunted them down like animals, arresting them, imprisoning them, even killing them. I did this not only in Jerusalem, but also in other cities. I had letters of authority from the high priest and the council of elders to do this. One day I was on my way to Damascus with a group of men who shared my mission. We were going to find more followers of Jesus and bring them back to Jerusalem as prisoners. But something happened on that road that changed everything. It was about noon when suddenly a bright light from heaven flashed around me. It was brighter than the sun, and it blinded me. I fell to the ground and heard a voice say to me, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" I was stunned. Who was this voice? Who was this person who knew my name and accused me of persecuting him? I asked, "Who are you, Lord?" He answered, "I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting." Jesus? The one who claimed to be the Messiah? The one who died on a cross? The one who rose from the dead? He was alive? He was speaking to me? I was speechless. I didn't know what to say or do. Jesus continued, "Get up and go into Damascus. There you will be told what you must do." My companions saw the light too, but they did not hear the voice. They were afraid and confused. They helped me to get up and led me by the hand into Damascus because I couldn't see anything. There in Damascus, a man named Ananias came to see me. He was a devout Jew who obeyed the law and had a good reputation among his people. He came near me and said, "Brother Saul, receive your sight." And at that very moment, I could see again. He told me that God had chosen me to know His will and to see His Son and to hear His voice. He told me that I would be His witness to all people. He told me to get up and be baptized and wash away my sins by believing in Jesus as Lord and Savior. He had forgiven me. He had saved me. He had called me. He had transformed me by His grace. I stayed in Damascus for some time, preaching about Jesus in the synagogues, but not everyone liked what I said. Some Jews plotted to kill me, so I had to escape with the help of some disciples who lowered me in a basket through an opening in the wall. I went back to Jerusalem and tried to join the believers there, but they were afraid of me. They didn't believe that I had really changed. But one man did believe me. His name was Barnabas. He was a good man who encouraged others in their faith. He took me to the apostles and told them how I had met Jesus on the road and how I had preached boldly in his name. They welcomed me and accepted me as one of them. One day, as I was praying in the temple, I saw a vision of Jesus speaking to me again. He said, "Hurry up and leave Jerusalem, because they will not accept your testimony about me." I said, "Lord, they know that I used to persecute your people and approve of their death. They know that I was there when Stephen, your faithful servant, was stoned to death. I was holding the coats of those who killed him." Jesus said, "Go. I will send you far away to the Gentiles." The Gentiles, the non-Jews, the people who didn't know God or his law, the people who worshipped idols and lived in sin. He wanted me to go to them. Yes, he did. He wanted me to share his grace with them. He wanted me to tell them that God loved them too. He wanted me to show them that Jesus died for them too. He wanted me to invite them to join God's family. God had a plan for me, a plan that I could never have imagined, a plan that would take me to places I had never been, a plan that would make me suffer for his sake, a plan that would make me rejoice in his glory. When I told the Jews in Jerusalem what Jesus had said to me, they became furious. They shouted, "Kill him! He doesn't deserve to live." They threw off their cloaks and flung dust into the air. They wanted to lynch me. But a Roman commander intervened and took me into custody. He wanted to find out why they were so angry with me. He ordered that I be whipped and questioned. But before they could do that, I told them that I was a Roman citizen by birth. That gave me some rights and protection under the law. They couldn't whip me or kill me without a fair trial. The commander was surprised and afraid. He had bought his citizenship with a lot of money, but I was a Roman citizen by birth. Another gift of grace.